What is up, basketball fans? I'm your online host, Billy Hartman, and joining me tonight is Federal Hocking reporter Todd Ward. Todd, you saw a fantastic game tonight between the Federal Hocking Lady Lancers and the Southern Lady Tornadoes as FedHawk won 66-57. Now, although the final score was high, by the end of the first quarter, it was Southern 8, FedHawk 6.
Yeah, Southern employed a full court press right from the beginning that just befuddled Federal Hocking. They could not get across half court. They has turned the ball over 13 times in the first half, which Southern ran that full court press the entire game up until the last 2 seconds. They were really trying to dominate, and Federal Hocking, toward the end of the second quarter, halfway through the second quarter, they started to pick it up, scored 13 points in only 4 minutes, extended their lead to 7 at halftime, and then really broke it open in the third quarter, once leading by 20, but ended up leading that quarter at the end of the quarter 47-31.
Now, you mentioned the Federal Hocking offense, but it was their defense that really kept them in tonight's game.
Yeah, Carly Tabler controlled the defense for them. They started playing a full court press once they saw Southern do it, and Tabler had 5 steals in the first half to go along with 6 points. She dominated, and she was just as good in the second half. She finished with 15 on the night before she fouled out with 3.5 minutes to go. She really paced this defense and forced a bunch of turnovers from Southern.
Now, Cheyenne Singer, she played really well tonight in the second half, more specifically in the third quarter.
Yeah, she only had 2 points at the end of the first half, but Coach said he didn't have to talk to her about anything. She just wanted to come out and prove to her team that she could dominate, and she did. She had 7 big points to open up that lead for Federal Hocking, and once that happened, it was all over from there. And Coach McKibben talked about that after the game.
Actually, I didn't have to say nothing to her. Her teammates pretty much told her at halftime, said, look, you know, we need you, and this is when we need you. And she feeds off of them, you know, and when they tell her that, she takes it to heart and felt like she was letting them down. And she's the type of kid that won't let anybody down. So she just kind of took over and played like she should play all year.
This is a huge win for Federal Hocking's basketball program, as it's their best start in the last 5 years.
Yeah, Coach McKibben told me after the game they haven't started 2-0 in the last 5 years, like you said, and also they hadn't scored 40 points in the last 2 years in a game. So this is a big win for this team, not only because they played really well defensively, but they shot the ball extremely well.
Well, Todd, hopefully they can continue their momentum into their next game as they travel to South Gallia on December 3rd. Great job tonight, Todd. Our first show will air on Sunday, January 13th on WOUB. But until then, don't worry, we got your back. You can check us out on all of our social media sites. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Hardwood Heroes to satisfy that TVC basketball hunger. For Todd Ward, I'm Billy Hartman, reminding you to be heroic.